Man, we starting off right off with the talk of the town, and that is your Philadelphia Eagles.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. We are back.
Let me stop for a second. Let's go. Let's go, offense. Let's go. Had to do my part. Had to do my part, right? It is being rumored that the offense will get a standing ovation when they come out on the field, Lincoln Financial Field on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Your Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Raiders. And familiar face Kenny Pickett will be getting the start. Geno Smith is out. Preview of this game. Big total number here in this prediction here. Wow. For a team that is going downhill fast. Uh, no word on Lane Johnson. I think Dickerson did practice limited fashion, but man, I mean they need this in the worst way, right? They need to win this game. Absolutely, they're going against the worst offense in the NFL statistically, and it's 31st in offense. Um, Trying to think what else. Got a backup quarterback coming. I don't know if the backup quarterback is an upgrade or not. Um, Obviously not because Geno's the starter. So, I mean, I'm looking at individually. I'm looking at Bowers all day. At least, Kenny's a check down guy, right? Kenny's gonna put it in the flat. And he's gonna give it to the tight end a lot. That's what he did when he was here. So I see Kenny. I think it might be snow on the ground. Like it might be snow. You got a West Coast team traveling here. We're kind of on a short week a little bit. But I think Bowers is gonna have a good day. At the very least, 6 or 7 catches, right? At least 6 or 7 catches for Bowers. They're not going to really be able to run the ball on us. Again, worst offense, in the league right now in the NFL. They can't really run the ball at all. So I feel like that's going to be our favor a lot. So they're going to have to pass the ball, check downs, quick passes, get the ball out quick. So Kenny can play, right? Kenny can play. Um, he won't put the ball really in danger. I mean, Max Crosby is huge, right? In terms of if he plays or not. I expect all these guys to play though. I know Dickerson practice. I didn't know anything about Fred Johnson. That could be kind of questionable there. I know Lane is still out, so they need a win, right? They need a win. Who cares about the Raiders? Raiders are looking at the number one pick, or at least up there in tops of getting the number one pick. So they don't want to win this game, but they don't want to get embarrassed either. And the Eagles want to put on a show. So I just can't touch this double digit number where the team has lost 3 times in a row and their offense has no identity and have no idea what they are. I would possibly be looking at the first half here, Birds. That would make a lot of sense to me. Or even first quarter. Let me see what that looks like on some other locations there. But man, I mean that total like I would you would have to lean Raiders here. You just can't trust the Eagles. Like I don't know how you can trust the Eagles here at all. So let me look at some first half stuff. Let's first look at that first thing with Bowers. So Bowers, yeah, six receptions right now is up of 117 all day. If you're gonna do anything, you do that right now. You get on that line right now. Absolutely. Um, so I'm definitely doing that move. Saquon had 100 yards. I was actually on that last week. I did that right before the game. Saquon had over 100 yards. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets it again. He's getting close to 1,000 yard season, so you definitely want to do that. Let's see. So against the Broncos, let's see what that run defense looks like. Harvey had 75 yards. And you got to be somewhat you have to be somewhat um you know enthusiastic, I guess, or somewhat that the offense did kind of change around right last game against the Chargers, more on the center and more motion, got Saquon to the edge. So I expect more of that. Vidal had 126 yards. Let's see what Browns did. Junkins had 47 yards. Yeah. Let's go. Dallas is more of a run team. Williams had 93 yards. Let's go back to the Broncos again. Dobbins, that was back when Dobbins had 70. So, you know, they had one big game against the Chargers that when he went off, but everybody else has been like 75, 80 yards. I would go back to the well with Saquon as well on this one. So let me see something real quick. We doing this live, baby. We doing this live. Has Saquon got over 100 yards in every game? He doesn't. He hasn't had any receptions in the last couple games. 100. So yeah, 20 carries for 122 yards against the Chargers. Then the last two only 10, 13. But before that, 26 carries, 22 carries. Then he had the New York game. You know what? I think Saquon gets going here. I do. I do. It wouldn't surprise me if Saquon breaks another long one. He's 2-1 to go over 100 yards. I don't think that's a bad kind of reach there. And then Saquon to have over a 17-yard run. Um, he's been close in almost every game. 52 last game, 15 against Chicago, only 7 against Dallas. He only ran 10 times against Dallas, so that makes sense. 14 yards against Detroit, who was a really good defensive front. 15 yards against Green Bay. So the numbers statistically are not saying that he should get this, but I'm basing it off the fact that the Raiders have the worst. I'm sorry, not the worst. Uh, they're middle of the pack. Actually, I meant they have the worst offense. They don't have the worst defense in the league. I don't know if I would correct myself, but they give about 113 yards rushing per game. And I mean, do we switch up? Does Hurts start to run a little bit in this game? What did Bo Nix do? Yeah, Bo Nix didn't move too much. Hmm. I mean, they're middle of the pack rushing a little bit there. I don't see anybody who. I mean, Adams is a big blow if he doesn't practice. He's limited with a knee, and so is Crosby. Right, that's big right there for if Crosby is not a go. But he practiced Thursday, so and today's Friday. Recording this Friday, so I think he'll be a go. I think Adams will be a go. Um, I think their defense will be a go. So, but I do like Saquon here too as well. I wouldn't be mad for Saquon here for over 100 yards. It's a gamble though. It's a little bit of a gamble though, for sure. But yeah, only one I'm touching here is that Brock Bowers um one, and when he faced Denver, Bowers had 4 catches, 46 yards, and a touch. Now we got some good linebackers to cover, but I mean, I think Bowers is probably the best, if not top 3 best uh, tight ends in the league. So give me Bowers +6. We'll stick with that. I like the Birds too. It wouldn't surprise me if the Birds beat them by 2 touchdowns, but I'm not touching it. I can't. You can't do that. You better don't let the fanboy get to you. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right.